guys, and welcome back to another episode of Outcasts to Icons. Now let's take a little look-see at what's been going on in Rome over the last couple of weeks. Out wide for Torino now, he's gone past one into Carpaniese. Puliev, good strike, bottom corner, Torino lead away from home, and it's the first shot of the game. Would you believe it? Yes, you would. Away into Falcao on the edge. He's got Capra through, Halseta with a strike, and it is 1-1 here, and that's a thoroughly deserved equaliser from the man, John Halseta. Verratti with a free kick, top corner, and somehow Torino are back in front. Roma 1, Torino 2. This is the last thing we needed in the title race. Verratti with the goal. There we go, Roma 1, Torino 2. Nowhere in a million years did we deserve to lose that game. For Milan, and where's the ball? Bertelsen with a strike, and it's somehow gone in from a ridiculous angle. Milan 1, Roma 0. Just as I said in the previous episode, these guys might be bottom, but nope. Falcao to Halseta, a bit of a chance now. Zivkovic brings it down, surely must score, and he does. Milan 1, Roma 1, massively deserved. Andrea Zivkovic 1-1. Halseta steps up to take it, and he scores it. Milan 1, Roma 2. That's a massive goal that we needed to keep ourselves in the battle. The way Halseta can bring it down, and it is Milan 1, Roma 2. We've got away with it a bit there. Halseta now goes to the edge for Slavi Danchev of all people. Will he go for a long ranger? No. To Capra. There's support up there. There is Arapi with the goal. That's a massive goal for our season. It keeps us in the title race just about. Halseta out to Danchev. Surely not a carbon copy. Danchev goes to Capra. Maybe. Capra pulls it back across. Will he go for goal himself? He does. Arapi on the rebound. Amazing. Roma 2, Sassuolo 0. Albert Arapi with a brace. Happy to complete his hat-trick, and he does it! Amazing! Roma 3, Sassuolo 0, Albin Arapi with a hat-trick from centre-back. What a performance from the youngster. There we have it, Roma 3, Sassuolo 0, Albin Arapi, man of the year. Back to Capra on the edge. Will he just go for goal? He goes through. Elvis with the strike. It's in the back of the net. Pescara 0. Roma 1. Elvis off the bench to score on his return. Roma go back to the top. There we have it. A huge 1-0 win. Emeric Brasson's triple save saves us. Spreads the play. Halseta has got space out wide for Zivkovic. Has to score. Does. Roma 1, Udinese 0. We are still in this title race. We're not giving up yet. Armenakas. Krisan. Caceres is through. Oh, for fuck's sake. And it is Roma 1, Udinese 1. Oh, there we go, guys. 1-1. Yet another game that we deserve to win comfortably, and we've still not done it. Up to take it is Andrea Zivkovic. Palermo 0, Roma 1. We are still not done yet. Sia now with the ball out wide. Maybe we can get a second goal soon, and hopefully... Oh, Di Placido's through, and that is 2-0. Palermo 0. Roma 2, Di Placido's not scored for a few games. Good to see him back on the score sheet. 2-0. Palermo 0, Roma 2. We're not totally dead yet. Right, we're back. And, if we could get 37 likes on this video for every game we've played so far this season, that would be awesome. Now, we're going to do ourselves a quick question of the day before we get into what's been going on, but let me just tell you this right now. We can still win the title, so just bear that in mind for now. Today's question of the day is this. Are you much of a drinker? Alcohol, and if so, what is your drink of choice? I don't really drink that much. I never did really drink before, but particularly not with the liver problems I've had over the past sort of 6 months, so I haven't really touched a drop of it in that period. But I used to like cider when I was younger. Mainly now I just drink beer, so things like Corona. And that being said, I'm partial to a bit of rosé because I'm a massive douchebag. So there you go. What do you guys like to drink? And obviously those of you who are under 18, say fizzy pop or something like that. So if you've got any ideas for a question today, drop those in the comments too with the hashtag QOTD. Right, so as you've just seen, it's very, very tight. It was that game against Torino. I thought we were, and against Udinese. Those games have cost us, and unfortunately, Juventus has just been, apart from that one dropped point, have been absolutely imperious and have just basically made it impossible. So we can still do it, but we have to rely on Juventus to lose at home against Palermo, and we have to beat Latina, and I just don't see that happening. Here's how the squad is shaping up. We are going to do a quick squad report afterwards. In fact, screw it, I'll do that afterwards. Let's just jump straight into the match, and we'll do the squad report and stuff afterwards. So as you can see, Milan, Frosinone and Catania have all gone down. We are 3 points behind Juventus. Inter have qualified for the Champions League as well. It's between Napoli and Genoa really for the 4th spot, which I believe there are 4 spots. I feel that we'll comfortably win today. That is not the problem. The issue has been that when we got players back from injury, when Caterina and Elvis came back, I nursed them back in, they were ready to go, and actually I'm not going to start him today because, and then they both got injured in the same game, having come back and been ready to go again. It was really frustrating, but that's something you just have to deal with, unfortunately. So we're just going to jump straight in. I just don't feel that we've quite got enough in the tank to do it, and it's such a shame because I feel like over the course of this year we've probably been the best. We've beaten Juventus twice, and we've scored more goals, conceded less goals than them. We've better goal difference, but the point is we haven't got as many points as them, and that's the issue in the end. It's going to come down to that, and it's a real shame because we've been so good at times this year, but it's stupid games like the one against Torino where we should have won it, the one against Udinese we should have won it. Win those two games and we are champions. Probably, and that's the problem. It's those sort of results, the shitty little dropped points against really poor teams, the loss against Latina in the last episode. We cannot afford that kind of crap, and that's what's cost us the league, I feel. It can still, of course, all happen for us today, but I cannot see, if anything, Roma, I think, will probably win 4 or 5-0 against Palermo. I feel we'll win as well, and we're going to end up coming second in the league with 82 points, which is quite a large amount, and quite frustrating to see. Hopefully, I don't get the sack, to be honest. That could still happen, technically, because I said we were going to win the league. Transfer budget, however, now that we've qualified, is at the moment 21 million, so I'm going to have to be very careful about where I invest that, because it is certainly not what it was last year, and I think that's because, you know, we did spend a lot of money, but we need to replace Andrea Zivkovic. We actually, probably, the issue is going to be that with players leaving, because they wouldn't sign new contracts, like not Halseta, like De Laurentiis and co, and Lamantia as well, we're actually going to end up probably at times with a worse squad than we started with, and that's a bit worrying for me, really. We'd end up spending all this money and ended up with a worse team than we had this season, and I'm not sure how we're going to cope with that, because if we can't sign the right players, we could really struggle next year to get any kind of momentum going, and that's the real problem. Elvis, and I don't know how many more seasons we're going to get in this save, really. Di Placido going to bomb forward, and you never know, we might get sacked or something. Good save in the end by Husic in goal there for Latina. Apologies, I've not really been commenting on the game, but, you know, nothing's really happened of note yet for me to have to talk about. Zivkovic now, to the edge of the area for Elvis. He's back in. Can he get us something special? Oh, I don't think that's Di Placido's goal. Apparently it is. Doesn't matter, though. Roma 1, Latina 0, and at the moment, Juventus are not winning, so we're going to... at the moment, we'll still be a point behind them. It's literally going to be a game that we lost and they drew at the moment that will separate us from the title, and it's such a shame because we've done really well. 82 points most years is probably enough to win you this league, I'd have thought. Di Placido, I don't know how that's gone down as his goal, but it is. Corsetti, don't let them immediately equalise. This is our problem. And there you go, Juventus taken the lead, and that will probably be it for that game. They'll just start to run away with it now. Now that they've got the lead, they're not going to concede twice. They're the second best defence in this league. Di Placido, maybe a good game from him today. Elvis, back out wide, Di Placido through, on the rebound, Zivkovic, back of the net. At least we're doing our part. Roma 2, Latina 0. Oh, I'm going to miss this guy so much. Look at those stats. 21 goals in all competitions this year and probably nearly as many assists. This is a great pick out from Elvis there. Di Placido's strike bounces back and Zivkovic puts it in the back of the net, but we needed more. We needed these kind of performances against Udinese and Torino. It's really been shitty. Desart now. Capra will clear it and Zivkovic should bring this away. We might be able to break again. Oh dear, that was poor. But still managed to go all the way through, and Di Placido could barrel towards goal here. He goes round his man, it's hit the post again. Seriously, I don't know how many times we've hit the woodwork this month, but it has been ridiculous. That's what's cost us as well. So many times we've hit the woodwork when we could have just put it in the back of the net. Sometimes it would have been easier to get it in the net and we've hit the post. So much post hitting, it's ridiculous. But there we go. It looked like we're going to win this game fairly comfortably in the end. Since we've got so much possession, I might actually turn it off shorter passing, just to allow a little bit more expansive play. If we see a spot a pass from range, I'd like our players to be able to take it, basically, and not just, you know, be stuck playing it short when there's a good pass on. Fridlika now. Capra does well. Capra doesn't quite do well now. Oh, yes, he does. Halseta now. Elvis. In for Di Placido. No one in support of him, though, and he's been fouled, but no, he hasn't. Elvis, back for Di Placido, and apparently that's a penalty. Cesar Martinez, who has a fantastic beard and sort of locks, and there we go. He's only going to get a yellow card. That makes sense. But at the moment, yeah, we are losing the league, and that's a shame. It really is. But, you know, there's always next year. We have won it once, but I just felt like the lead we had at one point in this season, I thought we were going to win it again. I really did. Halseta to step up for Roma to make it 3-0 on the half-an-hour mark, and that's definitely game over in this match, but we'd need a miracle now from the other game, and I just don't see that happening. I think, you know, maybe they'll stumble to a 1-0 win, but it's all they need. They only need to win the game 1-0, so don't need to see a replay of the penalty, really, do we? We've been superb in this first half, by the way. This is the sort of performance... There we go. Juventus through Malcolm again. That's 2-0 now, and that's that done, really, isn't it? That's the title gone with them. Ah, damn it. We've been robbed by an old lady. It's usually the other way around. So, It's really frustrating because I thought we'd done the hard work by beating Juventus home and away, and we've buggered it up in other senses. That's been the real problem. The inconsistencies against poor sides, where we really should have been winning, particularly the Cesena game. That alone, winning that game instead of losing it alone would win us the title, and it's such a shame. But what can you do? We've just got to keep plugging away. We've got to strengthen in the summer if we can. That's my main worry, in fact, is that we won't be able to strengthen in the summer because we're going to lose players, and then I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to replace them. I'm going to give Katarini a little actually no, we're going to get Slavidanchev on as well. Elvis has done well, but he's lacking a little in fitness at the moment, and De Laurentiis is going to have a little swan song as well for Zivkovic. Both of them playing their final games for Roma today. Zivkovic has done well. He's been a big servant for us, but I'm just annoyed that he'll end up at someone like Chelsea. That's where he wanted to go, and then he's just refused to sign a new contract, which is frustrating as balls. But again, what can you do? Is this us or is this them? No, it's us. Okay. Di Placido drops it down for Danchev. Nice to see him get a goal on the final day. Di Placido. Capra off the post again, because of course it was. Good long range hit though. Halserta to take the corner, goes back to the head for Slavidanchev, and it's a horrible touch, and Foresta will now bring this away for Latina. They aren't going to get anything from this game, but don't give them a hope, just make sure we close this out. We've got a plus 51 goal difference. Crazy stuff. Foresta, long-range strike, and it's well blocked by the wall, and it should be closed down nicely here. Still 12 minutes to go. Maybe if we could nick another goal, that'd be nice. I might just throw it on attacking for the final few minutes of this game, just to see if we can hit a couple more goals past and give the fans something to celebrate about on the last day, I guess, even though we're not going to win the league now. Nerdfist, that must be offside. Well, it's not going to go in anyway. Another clean sheet would be nice. We've been better with that lately. Mazuchin, they've been getting... Oh, and once again, on the rebound. Bloody rebounds again. Cesar Martinez, the man who conceded the penalty for Latina, has put them level. Oh, not put them level, got them back in the game. Initial save was fantastic from Boisson, but as always with the rebounds, he's back on his feet and he's just not even looking at the ball. Not even looking at the ball. They've actually turned it on a bit in this second half. Look at this. They've had some shots. Admittedly, mostly from long range. Well, not even mostly. They've had some shots from long range, but nothing too much. Ball in. I have made substitutions. Good. Nordqvist, don't get them another one, guys. Let's not get silly with this. If we're going to lose the league, we want to at least win comfortably on the night. Nordqvist, and it's good. As out of play, Roma 3, Latina 1. We've won the game, but we've not won the title. I can think of plenty of things that need addressing. Why the hell didn't we beat Cesena? But there you go. 2 assists for Elvis. That's such a shame. We've done really well this year, but then to, equal best defence in the league. Damn, that goal's cost us that one. That's annoying. Roma with 83 goals scored and 82 points on the board, but no cigar in the end, which is really disappointing when you look at it. So we're going to take a quick gander at the players that we've got in the squad, and I'll show you who's been doing what this year and what not. That way, of course, this is going to take fucking ages. Seriously, it's like nearly 4 o'clock now, and I've been recording these 2 episodes because I've got some time today for like 4 hours. At one point, it didn't even freeze. It was just processing for like 7 or 8 minutes for no apparent fucking reason. This database is starting to get a little bit on my nerves now because it's taking so long to record these episodes because it takes so long between games. It's taking me between 15 and 20 minutes just to process between each match. I'm going to have to turn loads of the leagues off. Every single league that I don't need on, apart from the ones with the teams we've played as before, is going off now because it's just taking too long to do these episodes. Right, let's take a look at the squad while we're here. So Di Placido, look at those stats. He's still a fantastic player, but we did need more from him this year. We really did. Only 23 goals compared to last year, where he got more than double that. Elvis is definitely on the way out, unfortunately. He is 30 now, and he will be leaving in the summer as well. This is what I mean. But look at his salary. I mean, no wonder. It was certainly going to free up some money on that sense. Erving Drupal, still a solid player for us. I'm pleased with his work, but he's gone down a little bit, though. But he's still very useful. Falcao, again, he's a very important player for us, and he'll be good next year as well. Geronimo Garcia is another one that I think will be important for us next year. Halserta, he's never really going to be anything special, but he's definitely done us a good job in the right times for us. Kolesnikov, of course, is an important player. I can't believe he's only 2.5 stars. He's got some decent stats. I like him, frankly. Lamantia, he's a 2-star player. I might try and get him. Oh no, he can't. He's signed a new deal, isn't he? That's the fucking annoying thing. So many players went nah, and they just signed new contracts with other clubs. Alberto Laquesa, he's sort of backup goalkeeper, backup to the backup really. Lorenzo, of course, is backup centre back. Minardi, I may have to try and sell him on in the summer, to be honest. Just get him off the books. He doesn't play. Marim, of course, is superb, as you can tell. Look at some of those stats. Walter Maracone, won't be playing for us anytime soon and probably won't ever. Paolucci is a sort of similar boat. There's a few players in the sort of just here because of the bench. Pitalis, Zivkovic, look at this, he's still a 4-star player at 32. I don't know who he's going to join, but I wish he'd bloody stay. Let's just try to offer him a new contract one more time. Nope. He's not... Right, well, there we go. Anymore? Yeah, we got Ilian, another player that costs way too much money, and we do need to try and move him on probably as well. Antonio, really solid player. And again, look, 2.5 stars all of a sudden. I think he's a solid player, personally. Aquilante, okay, he could be quite useful for us next year if he pushes things along a bit. Aquino has an unbelievable, it doesn't even look real. Arapi, he's getting there now, and I think he's got a lot more to give. So look out for this guy. There's just 6 goals in the league for us as well, which is not bad. 8 overall. Boisson, I really do like this lad. I know, you know, I've had some criticism about him in the past, but I think he's a really good keeper, frankly. Brescia, never going to play. Brignoli is actually going to be leaving in the summer as well, which will give Lakessa a chance as well. Cancinelli, probably won't ever play for us again. And Simone Capper, of course, is solid as a rock, and we need to keep him as much as possible. I might try and extend his contract in the summer because it does expire. Carlos Alexandre, he might well be good, but just isn't there yet. Katarini is another one that we need to keep hold of for as long as possible. He's got 2 years on him. Slavi Danchev, he's useful. He plays his part in this series. Giuseppe Di Laurentiis, of course, will be leaving, unfortunately. Luca Di Curzio is going to be good one day, but I don't think he's there yet. And there you go, guys. So, in the next episode, you'll get to see what on earth I've managed to do with... It's just this last little run in here that's... Wait, what? No, of course it's... Yeah. You'll get to see what I've done with the money, but we really do need a big season next year, and I'm worried about our chances just because of how we're going to be able to build this squad up at this stage. So there you go. If you haven't liked this episode, please do drop a like on the video, and if you'd like to even more than that and you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel for more Outcast icons in your inbox every other day at 7 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for, well, the start of a brand new season, a fresh start for us. Hopefully we can come up with something special. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.